What's up, guys? Welcome back to the second episode of the Beginner's Guide for 7 Deadly Sins. Today we're going to be talking about how to strengthen your heroes. So, as you can see, I'm here in my tavern. What I'm going to be doing now is just a bit of a touch up on the previous episode. I'm going to be changing a few things up so that I can awaken and evolve and enhance my heroes. I currently need I need one 6-star blue book. So I just wanted to show you guys this again so that you could just like a bit of a touchback and remember. I currently need two of these. So we're just going to exchange two there. You'll see what these are going to be used for at a bit of a later stage. So basically what we're going to be doing now is also the chalices. So that you can see that you can actually do it with like basically anything, like I said in the previous video. So to limit break the second limit break, you need 3 of the 6-star chalices, which you can obtain these via your demons and your raid bosses, and obviously you can purchase them in certain areas. But we'll touch more on the items as we go along in the guide. That's it for now, basically. Let us now return to the hero screen. Okay, so we're going to be touching base on Affinity first. So as you know, as I described everything in the previous stage with the UI, this is where you find all your stats, then you get your Affinity level. This doesn't actually increase any strength, like it doesn't give you any bonus stats or anything, except that you get rewards. But the top reward, right at the top of the bar, that actually does affect your stats. When you unlock it, you'll be able to equip it. It's mostly clothing, which will be in your closet item. Every unit is or hero has got different items. He's got a mask or a hat, which is it's to do with your facial features. Anything to do with that is one item, one group. You get your equipment, which is also another group. For instance, Slater has his sword, and then you also get your clothing, which is another group. And each group has its own benefits, but we'll get to the clothing part. I just wanted to show you guys now how to do it. The Vanya Ale you get from your tavern, you can collect up to 3 times a day. As you can see, I've got 4 because I've done that upgrade, which I also mentioned in the previous one for your decorations. So let's just go ahead and do it. 2 more. I'm just going through all of this stuff just so I can give you guys an idea of how it's done. And you can see both of those are, like we said, it's irrelevant. It's just for show. You don't actually get anything out of it. But we do get some diamonds, all one. But one's better than none. And that's basically dealing with the affinity. Then we're going to be moving on to the unique skills. Basically, I want to show you guys Kane. He is an SR unit, and he's actually used in the raid bosses. So his unique ability gives like an extra 10% in attack power in death matches. He's used quite a bit. You have to unlock all the unique abilities that as mentioned in the previous video. You have to have 6000 CC in order to unlock them. He's very good. Simon's also a good one. I personally use Simon as an association. I'll get to that as well. Basically, with Simon's one, he increases all damage dealt in PvP by 15%. So the unique abilities are very good to unlock. When you do unlock one, it takes you onto like a small map where it's a 1v1 sort of effect, or whichever the unit is, you're going to be fighting with that unit to unlock against a horde of units, creatures, or against a 1v1 to do with the storyline. It's pretty cool to unlock that unique ability, and then it's a passive. Moving on to the next thing that you're going to be doing is enhancing people. Enhancing is when you use your not your stamina potion, your enhancement parts. If it would just go there. So these over here. They also come in different grades, and you can get them from the SP dungeon. You'll receive them doing quests in the map. Um, and all you got to do is you just got to click onto them, put them into your unit. I want to get my unit up to, it costs gold to do it. I want to get my unit up to 60 so that I can show you guys limit breaking for number one. But we're first going to take it step by step and upgrade each person one at a time, each level at one at a time. Some people ask whether it's been like what I did with the books in the beginning, whether it's beneficial to actually put all of your like your 3 stars together to make a 4 star and then 4 stars to make 5 star. It comes down to whether you've got the gold or not. I currently I've only got like 390,000, but I've got quite a few chests which I'm going to be saving, which I'm saving for another video for you guys, um, where I'll show it's either going to be the items video or it'll be the tips and tricks video, because there's one or two things that like a lot of people aren't 100% aware of that I'd like to put all into one video, but we'll get to that later on. Then the next thing we're going to be looking at is evolving. So we're going to be evolving Simon. Simon I use as an association. So basically what an association is, well, let's discuss associations first. When you set up a team, you get an associated hero that gets associated with the unit that you're going to be using. So what happens is they give them bonus stats. Plus it'll improve your ultimate, depending if it's got a sword like this through it, through the symbol there, that means your ultimate's going to have a different effect and be stronger. If it doesn't have the sword, such as this one, therefore then you know it's going to be just a normal, just going to increase the stats. It does give a bonus stat, however. So when you click on it, it does show you. So this will give you an extra pierce rate. If you click over here, this guy will give you a life steal if you put him on there. It does increase the stats, as you can see, like it'll show you it goes down to like 7.3. So when I click, oh, he's already on there. So when I click putting go through there, it goes to 7.6. If I click him, he's okay, he's already set. So let's just say if we set him, so now we want to put this back, you see how it goes up already. So the stats improve just by changing those units around. So associations help, and by increasing them, putting equipment onto them, getting them all the way up to max level 75, which is like also become around now with the Crimson Demon that got introduced. So if you can get them all the way up, it gives you even more stats that it'll give you. So that's basically association. Always make sure you've got somebody associated. It doesn't even have to be somebody with one of those symbols or the swords. You can literally put anybody with them and it'll give you increased stats. If you don't have anybody worthwhile and you need that extra bit of damage, and you've got like 4 or 5 guys built, put one of your stronger guys in that you're not using and put him in, give you a bit more damage if you haven't upgraded your associations yet. Moving on to that now. So basically I'm going to be taking you through evolving each person, each grade. So from SR to SSR, from SSR to UR. I just want to show you what it's about. So with your R to your SR to your SSR, he is actually originally an R unit. So basically, like it costs nothing to get him over the limit, over to the next grade. Seeing how the clothing appearance changes, that gives you extra stats if you go and equip all of it. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Before there was an update, the levels used to stay current, but now they all reset back to 1, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. All you got to do is farm some pots, and then you're good to go. So that's going from an SR to an SSR. Now your max level is 50 instead of 40. Then I wanted to show you guys, and it gives you a new unit, technically. Well, not technically, but he's sort of seen as a new unit now. Then we're going to be changing Halbram. I'm planning on using him in my Grey Demon team. Still busy building it, but I've got it. My team works pretty well for now, but I want to improve it. So we're going to be taking him from an SSR to a UR. And I might need to get some gold to show you guys the rest of this, but we'll get there. And every time you do this, it gives you like a story behind it. And it's very cool. Like they've actually put a lot of effort into this game, demonstrating everything. It's really, really awesome. And that's how you go from an SSR to a UR, and now your level of a year increases to 60, as you can see. Up in the top left corner here, you can see it goes up to 60. Then that's technically the caps for your grades. Then what happens is you start limit breaking. So to limit break, I'm going to show you on my Slater. And this is where earlier when I went and did the chalices and the blue book, yes, the blue book that I had to do. When you start limit breaking, this is when you're going to need the demons, and this is for raiding. Make a video on raiding, but basically it's you live in raids in the end, just to start limit breaking. Oh, we said we needed gold. My bad, my bad, my bad. Let's go get some gold quick. There is a tip and a trick to getting gold, but I'm not going to do that right now, just so that I can make the video for you guys. Let's just get a million there. Go back there. And if you saw all those, you're looking at I've got about 6 to 7 million in chests over there for gold. But I want to show you guys a trick on how to earn a bit more from those chests. So stay tuned to future episodes to learn that trick. We're going to go in here, we're going to limit break him now. So that he can go up to 70. See his sexy story. Slate is very good, guys, for the red demon and actually for farming as well. There are units that are better for farming, but this guy hits like a truck. Um, I've had friends that can hit the red demon for like 600-700k. It's amazing. My one's hitting about 400 at the moment. There's obviously certain conditions that you have to set him up for, but it's one shots the red demon. So basically that's limit breaking. So now I can take him. See, now he stayed at 65. He didn't go all the way back down to 60, to level 1, sorry. Now you just need to level him up 5 more times. Now, after your limit breaking comes your awakening. So there's still one more limit breaking that you can do, but you need the Crimson Demon. And I'm still. You need to go to a specific chapter in the story. But you need the Crimson Demon, which you will unlock when you reach that chapter. And I'm nowhere near it. I've heard he's pretty tough to get right, so we'll get there, and then I'll do a video on him. Then we're going to be moving on to Awakening. So Awakening is you take them up to 6-star. So every time, this is a very good way to increase your stats. The initial ones aren't that hard, but towards the end, like number 5 and 6, especially 6, getting these chalices, it's a mission. But you just got to grind in bosses and raids, and then you'll get them. You can also purchase them if need be. Let's go and awaken him to 6-star. I don't know if you guys ever watched the anime, but this is where they go to increase their power. See, just like that, 700. So Awakening gives a great boost. It's a very good way to get up there. Get some stats. That's Awakening. As you can see, when we started this video, my Slater was like on 7.3. He's up to 8,000 already. The next thing that you're going to be looking at is your ultimate move. With your ultimate move, I mentioned in the previous video, when you get dupes, that's where you use it for. What will happen is that increases how much damage your ultimate move does. So I've got an extra Red Hawk Ellie over here. So all you do is you put it in, and it's going to take the damage that your ultimate does up by about 100%. And for those of you that, if you don't have Slater, Red Hawk Ellie, she's an SR unit, she's easy to get dupes of, and she also hits like a truck. I've seen people's Red Hawks hitting harder than Slaters, so it really is worth building her if you don't have Slater. Although she's worth building as well, because as you can see, I've got both of them going. But guys, don't build multiple units. I've just been playing around so I can give you guys some content, but don't build multiple units at the same time. Stick to one team. So build your farming team, and then focus on your red demon team, and then your grey demon team. Get them built all the way up to max level as you can. Coming up next, after your ultimate move, is your equipment. With your equipment, there's two different strategies that people have been taking, or two different strategies, approaches towards this. It's There's different ways. One is you can just get your SR gear, slap it on, and slowly grind it away. The problem with that is anvils. I'll explain that more in the items guide. But basically, anvils are hard to come by. They're not easy. Or they're not hard, but they're not easy to come by. They're a very scarce unit. Yeah, I've got 23, but that's because of an event that happened. Um, or using diamonds. So obviously, pay to play is not that much of a mission for them, but for the free to play guys, it does become a problem. So the solution, I wouldn't really call it a solution, but the other strategy to do is instead of using going SR straight away, um, what you do is you go, oopsie, what you do is you go to your R gear. So what I did with my Slater, and he's hitting 400,000 with all the conditions met on the red demon, and I've just got R gear on him, and it's all 5-starred, yes, but trust me, it uses a lot less resources to get it to 5-star with an R unit, with an R equipment than what it does to get the SR. So what I did was I took the R gear, upgraded this all the way up to 5-star, and I used my farming, used him as a farmer, and he went around doing the damage and getting me through the storyline and all the red demon, everything like that. So I'd really, for the beginners, especially free-to-play players, I'd recommend doing this. Just build like 2 or 3 units like this, and then have 1 or 2 units with your SR gear, like you saw with my king, and have them build. Then you have your king. You build your king, your SR units up slowly, and take time, and eventually you'll be able to take that gear and put it onto your other units. But for now, at least have 2 or 3 units with your R gear on it that hits hard already, so that it can get you through the missions that you need to. Once you've reached the end of the storyline and then you start building proper units, then you'll basically start switching everything over to SSR gear. With your gear, just as an example, when you're enhancing your SSR gear, it uses a lot higher grade awakening stones to do it. So that's also, it makes it a bit harder to get. It uses a lot more gold to enhance them. And basically what happens is, when I was talking about the anvils and the resources needed, if you want to ever change these stats, so basically you can change them to how you want it, that's when you're going to be using this. And it doesn't always roll, because there's about 4 or 5 options for each rune. So basically your bottom one is HP, your middle one is defense, your top one is attack. Those are what the substats base themselves around, but you want to get certain percentages of a specific one for specific units. So like on my Slater, I've got purely attack on the top, I've got purely defense in the middle, and purely HP in the bottom. It's like a beginner's way of doing it, but it's what gets them to hit hard. So like, it only looks like there's one over there, but if you go into it to change the stats, you'll see it's all there. So this is basically, but when changing it, see, you can use gold, and that's the benefit to the R units, to the R gear. So if you just use the gold, you can just be using gold to change it, and you can get max stats. Whereas using diamonds and anvils, it takes some time to do. And your anvils you get from PvP battles. So I'd really recommend doing this with like 3 or 4 units, and then taking it from there, and then building up your SSR gear. So that's basically equipment. I'll go further into detail with another episode with regards to equipment. I'll try and put items and equipment into the same episode, if you want to call it that, just so where you get it, what it does, what are the different kinds, what are the different stats, and we'll get there with that. Basically, then the last thing that's to do with your strengthening your heroes is your closet. When you look into your closet, you can, on the previous video I mentioned, you can get have up to 5 things equipped. See the green coat hanger? That means it's equipped. As you can see on my Slater, I currently have 4 swords. So if a sword is unequipped, if I take this sword off, you'll see, I don't know if you looked at my stats over here, but currently it's 310. When I equip it, it goes to 430. And that happens, you can equip 5 units, 5 items at a time. So you must always make sure that you must go into your unit to make sure that there's 5 green coat hangers if you have 5 items of clothing. There's multiple places to get it, and we'll touch on that as well. In the bottom right corner over here, there's the sacred shop. You cannot see it, but right, which, it's over, it's coming, it's over there. It's just over there, about 2 centimeters above my finger is the sacred shop. You want to be taking that. Once um, you'll go into that and you'll be able to purchase clothes for diamonds and stuff like that. But it increases your stats. So your weapon will increase your attack, your outfit will be your defense, and then your helmets and your hair and your face masks will all be your HP. And that's basically it with regards to strengthening your heroes. I hope you enjoyed this video. There's going to be many more to come, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace out.